G'day everyone. Today is the 25th of April 2020, and we hope everyone is keeping safe and well during these interesting times. Today I've organised a sit down with the one and only Mr. Callum Big Guns Burnie. Uh, hey Cal, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. Thank you for joining us today. What we're going to do today is just have a bit of a chat about Cal's journey of becoming a supervisor for 2020. So I'm going to ask him some questions, and then we're just going to publish this for the members to have a view at later. So, Cal, just first of all, mate, I hope you're safe and well. And what have you been up to during this 6 week shutdown of no basketball?
Um, Been at home doing lots of study, uni work. Um, yeah, I'm still lucky enough to be working at the moment, so um, not much has changed aside from not basketball really, and like obviously catching up with people, but
Yeah.
still got some kind of sanity with to me, which is good.
That's good to hear, mate. Excellent. So the first thing I wanted to ask you about was just your journey in becoming a supervisor and a leader within the branch. So if you could go back as far as you like, mate, and tell us about how you started out and how you got to where you are now.
Yeah, sure. So I basically started refereeing in mid 2014 when I was about 14 years old. I'm currently level two. So I actually started refereeing with one of my best mates, fellow supervisor Ryan Donald. He actually pushed me to fly. so he was the one that told me like how to fly and everything. So I went along with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, started off, went along a few years with my C grade and B grade, refereeing mainly Saturdays. It wasn't until I really started doing weeknights and got selected into the A grade school that refereeing took to a turn to like becoming a real passion and something I actually really enjoyed and wanted to really excel at. So yeah, after having my A grade for about a year and trying to further myself as much as I could, um, I actually ended up doing the Southern Cross Challenge. Daniel Batty pushed me to do that one as well. Um, so it's like a tournament with like interstate teams where you referee the best of like under 14s and 15s. Um, so yeah, little referees from other states and stuff. Each game actually has a referee coach like allocated towards it. So it's like my first time doing like a real like proper game where you have like a pre-game chat with the referee coach and the fellow referee. Um, so it actually really showed me like how to become a leader and like lead a crew.
Yeah.
Like even just seeing like how referee coaches approach referees, like give advice and things like that. It really like showed me firsthand how to become a leader. It also was a really good experience to show what it's like to referee at higher levels of basketball. So yeah, after that, I decided junior panel was for me, and I really enjoyed junior panel. So it was the same idea. Really wanted to do it to further my refereeing. Um, then I was like, after a year of junior panel, decided to go on to supervisor, as I really liked the development of younger referees. I really enjoyed just being on a session on Saturdays and in getting to be with a younger referee and teaching them and giving them advice. So yeah, I was lucky enough to be selected on the Saturday crew, which really puts me on the forefront to actually assist the younger referees, as that's mainly what our crew consists of.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. That's really good. Um, Everyone that's been to that Southern Cross Challenge has talked about the professionalism and what it's like to advance through the ranks as a referee. So that's a really good insight. Thanks heaps for that. We wanted to get to know about your first year on junior panel. What was that like?
Yeah, it was really good. So obviously, you start off doing the younger age groups like 12s and 14s. Um, it initially didn't feel much different compared to like a Saturday, so that just shows like that our competition's pretty good and we have like pretty good standards. It was really cool to travel and see like other types of refereeing, so, like refereeing like Kilsyth and other places, just getting to see like how like their advisors run their nights and getting different advice from different referee coaches who come from all different kind of associations. It was actually really good to like it was kind of refreshing to referee an increase in level of basketball from refereeing similar levels on like weeknights and Saturdays for like such a long time. It was really good to have that feeling of like being a little uncomfortable and nervous as the level of basketball was like increasing.
Hmm.
So when you like feel like you need to like lift to become like referee the game and like learn new things. It was really cool to basically learn a new, slightly different way of refereeing to referee like a high level competition, like letting the game flow more, learning when to blow the whistle and when to not blow the whistle. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
The classic was awesome as well because it was like it's a completely different to anything they've done before. We have referee, well, it's similar to Southern Cross, but more intense. Where you got like referee coaches every game. It's like kind of like a competition and try to be the best one, best people there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was a really cool way just to like see how everything runs and get an insight into how Basketball Victoria runs things. Really,
And the classic is such an intense time to try and impress within such a
yeah,
short amount of time in a day and a half. So
yeah, just
it's a
see it.
fantastic achievement to go to those type of events. What's been the biggest challenge for you so far in your before the lockdown of being a supervisor?
Um, Basically getting to know everyone on a Saturday. There's so many referees. So yeah, just trying to get to know everyone, put a face to a name.
Yeah,
Um, Getting to watch all the games at a venue and trying to give advice to everyone. And you quickly realize that it's almost impossible to do that given a session. But yeah, finding ways around that and trying to give as much advice to as much people as possible.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Even just like learning how to approach people to like properly give advice to because everyone's got a different personality, everyone receives things differently. Just really trying to see like um basically give the advice in the best way to suit the person who I'm giving it to.
Yeah,
And just run the session in terms of efficiency, like not like remembering to bring out new ball changes and like just things like that. Just
yeah,
yeah, just getting used to doing things slightly differently because obviously I'm used to being on court, so
yeah.
supervising has a lot to adapt to.
I think you've in the first part of the year, mate. You've done a fantastic job so far. So we just
Thank you.
wanted to pass that on. What is one thing you want to achieve going forward, either as a referee or a supervisor?
Well, obviously, keep taking steps to further my own officiating, like taking active chances when they arise, like Big V, and so forth, and just see how I go from there. Keep on doing junior panel, move up the ranks in that respect. And supervising, I really want to see improvement in those who I regularly supervise and give advice to. Um, there's a really good feeling when you give someone advice and you see them implement it either the next time they're on court or like even the next game or just if you have a chat in a timeout, even just the next break and play to see them try to put it the best foot forward and you see that improvement. It's a really good feeling just seeing that happen and seeing everyone improve.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of touched on it there, but could you tell us about the when you're giving others feedback to improve? What impact does that have on you when you see those people make those adjustments on the feedback that you've given them? What does that do for you?
Oh yeah, it's just a really great feeling to like see that they obviously value your advice and that they want to improve themselves. Because there's no point being stagnant and not trying to improve. So when you see them improve and just see the level of officiating get higher and higher, yeah, it's just a really great feeling to see them improve. Really.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome, mate. I guess going forward, you know, we obviously want basketball to return. So if you were to put a message to the other referees during this lockdown time, what would it be?
Keep yourself occupied.
Yeah,
Do lots of things. Yeah, just really try to keep your mind active. Take care of your own mental health. Go for walks. Do exercise. Um, yeah, I know a lot of them. You guys are probably at school, and school on online schooling is probably really stressful. So yeah, take time out for yourself, and during this break, keep playing basketball. Yeah, just really try to keep yourselves occupied because mental health will be a super important thing during a time like this.
yeah. I guess the message to the guys that are still going through school is be kind to your teachers as well because they're still learning
Yeah.
through this as well. Awesome. Thanks so much for taking the time to sit down with us, Cal. And we look forward to seeing you back in your black supervisor shirt when this is all over.
Thank you. I look forward to it as well.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers.
No problem. See you later.